This is Bharagini. Now I am going to take water supply engineering. Uh, the topic name is sources of water. The water sources is divided in two types. One is surface source, other one is subsurface source. The surface sources are stream, river, pond, lake, and impounding reservoirs. Subsurface sources are spring, infiltration galleries, infiltration well, then wells and tube wells. Spring is nothing but it's a point of water flow from an aquifer to the earth surface. Then infiltration gallery. Infiltration gallery is like a horizontal drains. It contains perforated pipes, block drains, which is like below the water table and collected from the groundwater. This is the picture of the infiltration galleries. The top layer is sand river channel, then fine sedimentation, then water level, and finally infiltration gallery. This water is collected from the hand pump and collector wells. Then infiltration well. Infiltration well. This is the picture of the infiltration well. The parts of the wells are bucket, then well lining, drains, then concrete aprons, which is the water is collected from the infiltration well by using of the bucket. Then tube wells. The tube wells, it's very long uh, to collect the water. Then the wide of the tube wells are 100 to 200 millimeter. It's like a stainless steel tube or pipe. It is depends upon the water table depth. The collection of water is two type. One is manually, other one is manually deep tube or shallow type. This is the picture of the tube wells. One is shallow tube well, other one is deep tube well. What are the difference between the open well and tube well? The diameter of the wells is 1 to 10 meter from open well, then tube well 5 centimeter to 30 centimeter. The depth of the open well is 2 to 20 meter. The depth of the tube well is 20 to 500 meter. The materials is like bricks strewn from open well, and the tube well is like a steel pipe. The discharge of the open well is 0.005 meter cube per second. Compared to the open well, the discharge is less of tube well. The cross-sectional area of the flow is very large in open well. The cross-sectional area of the flow is small in tube well. Next one is characteristics of water. The characteristics is divided into physical, chemical, and biological. First one is physical characteristics of water. The first is turbidity of water. How to find the turbidity of water? By using of turbidity rod or turbidity meter. It is expressed in the parts per million ppm or milligram per liter. Turbidity is easily measured by using of the laboratory instruments. It's called the turbidity meter. It's the principle of measuring the turbidity by passing the light rays of water sample. Then color. Normally the water is colorless. In health point of view, it may spoil the color, it may spoil the water. The color of the water is spoiled by using cloth washing, any other substance it presents in the water, the color is show in the water. The standard unit of color is produced by 1 million of platinum. Then public supply, the color number is cobalt scale. It should not exceed 20 and should not less than 10. The color is determined by using an instrument is known as the tintometer. Then taste and order. The taste or odor present in a particular sample of water is measured by terms of the odor intensity. Water is tested and therefore gradually diluted with odor-free water, and the mixture at which the detection of odor by human observation just lost is determined. For public supply, the water should generally free from odor. That is, the threshold number should be 1 and should not exceed 3. The next test is temperature test. For the potable water, the temperature is about detected by C, then specific conductivity. The total amount of the dissolved salts present in the water can be easily estimated by measuring the conductivity test. This test to find out the salt presence in the water. These are the physical tests. The second one is chemical characteristics of water. First one is total solids and suspended solids. Total solids is adding of suspended solids plus dissolved solids is called the total solids. The suspended solids can be found by filtering the water sample. It is denoted by ppm, parts per million. Normally, the total solids and suspended solids is limited of about 500 ppm. Then pH value of water. We all of you know about the pH value of water. For acidity, the pH is less than 7, and alkalinity, the pH of greater than 7. For moderate, the pH is 7. Normally, the drinking water, the pH value is less 7. Then hardness of water. Hard water is undesirable because it may consumption of soap, then causing corrosion, then incrustations of pipes, then making food tasteless. The presence of the water is should spoil the food. It is divided in two types: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Uh, the temporary hardness is easily find out by using of is easily rejected by using of the simple boiling, then adding a lime of water. Then permanent hardness is rejected by using of test special treatment. That means a softening treatment to remove the permanent hardness. The permanent hardness is caused by sulfates, chlorides, nitrates of calciums and magnesiums. Then chloride content. The chloride content of treated water can be supplied to the public should not exceed the value of 250 ppm. The chloride content of water can be measured by titrating of water. The standard solution of titrate the water is silver nitrate solution. The indicator is potassium chromate. Now we can move to the biological test. Normally the water is characteristics by three testing. One is physical, second one is chemical, and third one is biological test. The biological test, first one is BOD. BOD means biological oxygen demand. The extent of organic matter present in water sample can be estimated by supplying oxygen to this sample to finding the oxygen consumed by the organic matter present in the water. That is called the biological oxygen demand. This oxygen demand is known as the BOD. Normally, the BOD is calculated by 5 days, then 7 days, then 28 days. The presence of the BOD in drinking water, that is unhealth to the publics. So, in drinking water, the BOD must be nil. Then, bacteria in biological oxygen demand means bacteria, protozoa, virus, worms, fungi are present in the water that can be detected by using of the biological treatment. First one is bacteria. These are the mere single cell organism processing. It is defined by no green materials to help the manufacture of their own foods. Various shapes and size of the microorganism are examined by the microscope. The size of the microorganism are 1 to 4. Then, what are the bacteria causing the disease means pathogenic bacteria. Then protozoa. Protozoa, these are the single cell animals and are the lowest and the simplest form of animal life. These are the bacteria to destroy the pathogens. They are counted by microscope. Then third one is virus. Then worms, and fifth one is fungi. These are those plants which grow without sunlight and live on other plants or animals or death. These are the tests to finding the characteristics of the water. That means turbidity, biological, chemical, physical living organism, then radiological contamination industries, then decaying animals, vegetation, hydrocarbons. These are the parameters to find out the characteristics of the water.